So on my journey to give Beatrice everything I can because she's a beautiful queen that deserves everything, I've learned a lot and I'm here to share that. So hey everyone, I'm Barkley and let's talk about Rapport. I want to cover the basics, which NPCs to prioritize and when, and the rewards that'll make it all worth it. Rapport at the most basic level is a reputation system with NPCs. You gain rapport by playing songs for them and using emotes. By default, you can use up to 5 a day of both of these, 6 if you have the crystalline aura. This is a good reason to get every emote and song you can because each NPC has a song and emote they prefer, and that'll prevent hitting bottlenecks along the way. While we're talking about the basics, let's look at the Rapport interface. You can access this by hitting Alt-N. In the top left, you can see your Rapport actions. The in-game tooltip does a good job explaining this. You can see how many actions you have left and how many gifts you can give. These reset daily at the same time as everything else. You can also raise your Rapport by hitting the subscribe button. Quick call to action, let's get back to it. Now breaking down the additional information that it provides, all NPCs are divided up by continent. So in North Vern, you can see the 6 NPCs you can earn rapport with, the level of rapport you have with them. Mouse over one and you can see the zone that they're in and where in that zone. Below that, you can see the 3 icons that will show you if you have a quest, a reward, or a dialogue available with them. And in that same spot, if you haven't unlocked them, you can see the quest or virtue requirements needed. The pink heart shows that the affection rank is obtainable. If you click the details button in the top right of any NPC, this will show you the rank rewards and their preferred gifts. For the preferred gifts, the relic and legendary tier gifts don't seem to matter, but in the epic tier it does. So the base value of each epic gift is 300 rapport, and from there it'll scale up to 450. In reading the tooltip of each gift, you can see who would prefer them. But keep in mind there are timers and virtue walls on some gifts. As with a lot of things in this game, you can probably already tell this is a marathon and not a sprint. This grind can easily take months. So getting an early understanding and a plan on what NPCs you want to work on and how you want to go about it is the best way to have a good start. So maybe you've heard about it or seen some videos saying, oh, you can get 3,500 gold from this one NPC, blah, blah, blah. No, you can't, at least not yet. While yes, there are some amazing awards from the NPCs, but if you don't have the virtues, you will find yourself getting bottlenecked. For example, I'm stuck behind a wall where I can't emote or play music for Sasha because I don't have 190 charisma. So any time, gifts, or effort I've put into raising my rapport with her has been wasted until I get more charisma. So you don't make the same mistake I have. I recommend prioritizing NPCs that can help you raise your virtues for the early game, then later you can start getting those in-game rewards. Another very important thing to take into account is that all NPCs don't have the same required rapport to max them out. And you can see these values in the max roll rapport tool that I'll link in the description. So let's take a look at some of the early game NPCs and you can see what I'm talking about. Spoiler warning, I'm going to butcher some of these names. Like it's going to be bad. I'm not even ashamed. Elianaean, Endorica Plains, West Luteria. She'll only take 5,900 rapport to max out, giving you 100 gold, 10 charisma, and 2 engravings, which doesn't sound like a lot at first, but when you compare it to everything else you'll need for the other ones, you'll see that it's really efficient. Rayan's Ghost in Melody Forest, Annika. Another 5,900 rapport NPC. Not as hype as the first one, but she does give 10 courage. Elder Toto from Toto Silver Island. You'll need 17.8k to max this out. You'll be rewarded with an island token and 10 wisdom, but you can see how these numbers are starting to trend up, and this is still on the low end. Neria from Pride Home Rethramus has a 37.9k requirement to max. This is the first NPC you unlock, so there's a good chance you've already started on her. For the rewards, you'll get her card, 3 engravings, 10 charisma, and a 5 vitality potion. Orelda, another 5,900 in Rowendell at the Glass Lotus Lake, giving engravings, her card, 10 wisdom, and a secret cake recipe, which is used in map completion. And that's another thing, rapport is needed for map completion too. Mocha Mocha in Mokoko Village, man that feels weird to say, 17.8k to max. There's no virtue reward here, but the joy emote will help you level up others faster. And his card is really good, one that I will be using in my early card builds. So these aren't all of the early game NPCs that are hype, but this can give you an idea of what you should look for before you tackle the NPCs with more requirements. And if you are chasing virtues, make sure not to neglect what you can get from map completion. Now, I'm not going to say I know all of the required virtues for each high tier NPC because I don't, but I can confidently say you'll start hitting virtue walls with a lot of these guys if you aren't at around 150 to 160 in each virtue, and from my experience, I can tell you you'll need more than that. The quest Magic is Fun from the Queen in Vern needs 220 kindness. Sasha and Beatrice need 190 charisma. You can't even talk to Mari until you're 170 and everything. But I still want to give you guys a rundown on some of the hype rewards you can get, like with the first few. Sasha in Stern takes 103,000 reported max, has a virtue requirement, which is asking for a lot, but the rewards are 3,500 gold, a giant's heart, 4 engravings, over 100,000 silver, her card, and a vitality potion. Beatrice in Trixion is 77k to max, gives her card which is very useful later, and a giant's heart. East Lutera's Neria in Wavestrand Port gives 600 gold while only needing 37.9k to max. Blue-Eyed Calabasas in Hypno's Eyes needs 37.9k to max, gives an island token, his card, a masterpiece, and a giant's heart. King Thyrane is another good one in Lutera Castle, 77k to max, gives his card, which is another good one, and 10 kindness. All in all, this is a system that you won't be burning through quickly, but it is rewarding. Get as many emotes and songs as you can to make this as smooth as possible. We get a lot of gifts from just playing the game, but don't forget the wandering merchants, sell them for silver too, usually around 8 to 10k. You can get additional virtue points from map completion and questing. Don't forget to use a tool I linked below. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor, comment, like, and subscribe. It'll help me with the algorithm and keep you up with the videos I post in the future. Follow me on Twitch, the link is in the description. My Discord is there too. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.